35 verse for the shame, money hustle my thing, mine trapping insane, not a black high. I ain't been working for a day, trying to multiply the wage, young nigga trying to make it to the top spot. Turn the trap to a stew, cooking up in the boo boy, I cook up a bar in a crock pot. She pull up like a car, she gon' drop top. Two bad bitches, one car, that's me. All my niggas on go-go, they chop. This at McDonald's, we smoke out the clock. This Call of Duty, we scope out the code name the cleaner, but soap on the mop. No auto-tune, cause they said I went pop. Walk out the traffic, we set up a shop. He said he want static, but now he in shop. He ain't want a box, now he in the box. Feel like McFoley, put weed in the sock. Put on my chain if I'm feeling too hot. Pass me the burner like he passed the op. My time is money, he play, get clocked. Niggas ain't got no vision, they hating, just walk. Ain't he paying attention, they pay me to walk. And they give him the elbow, I feel like the rock. Sign the people that pussy in park. And if it's in park, then I know it got dry. Ain't keeping it neutral, my niggas gon' ride. Ain't never bad breaks, but my niggas gon' slide. And I'm back at that money. Hey. Got that back.
We gonna let people get in, man. They wanna know why TB. Why you ain't giving out the company they give out the big money?
That's what the Philly right there. Bad bitch in the back of a
You supposed to get that up, TB. I don't know nothing about nothing, bro. Chill.
Got a bad attitude, ain't go to friendly. I'm like Santa, I smoke out the chimney. I was 13 getting thrown like a frisbee. No way ain't boxing, get hit in your kidney. Play with your bitches to play with your mind. This not a stencil, you staying in line. This ain't a toy, why you playing with iron? Nigga get 8 like he came before 9, yeah. I am not Mordecai, I am not regular. When I was 12, made a sell out my cellular. Boy, if you tell, go to hell what I'm praying for. You did not speak what you saw, what you saying for. I pop a perk and I go super saiyan for. All that rapping dog shit get the clapping off. Shoot at the maximum, niggas be maxing out. Shoot a whole movie cause niggas be acting out. On the line cause these niggas be acting foul. Niggas getting taxed off free throw. We just wanna work Home Depot. I'm Big Daddy, Lil Nino. Whole lot of water like Speedboat. Call up Chico for the Chico. I ain't even worried about these hoes. I just want the next skibo. Smack, bitch on fire with a 2-piece on the side. You can smell it on my clothes. Said I'm sober, bitch, I lie.
They want me to tell y'all what a big money is. TV, it's your job. So why should I pick me?
I throw that shit up, who gon' check me? What if 4-5 bigger than me? Who the fuck want beef? Who the fuck want smoke with me? Got them things coming in by the piece. Get it in, get it gone like. Pull up on a nigga block like. That's a whole lot of shots. Spin back when you see a nigga drop.
On my mom bet his ass got popped. Baby Joe do a spin with the
Okay, here we are. Listen, it's the Big Beezy. I did a video where in the Patreon, and we had a discussion with Married to the Mouse. Go sub to their channel. And let's see if I can play it for y'all. See if I can play some of it. And we had a discussion talking about companies. It was like, any Patreon people, did y'all see the video? Because I posted it in there for the Patreon people. Y'all seen the video of the discussion that me and Mo804 had. You know, I'm gonna play some of it for y'all. But in the Patreon, it basically sparked you know, what you should do conversation in my inbox. And I don't know why this always does this, but
That's just one of those things, and that's just how.
Hold on, let me find it.
You want to treat people the right way
Hold on.
for the plays to come to you, or you out on the 10,000.
We gonna play this. I'm gonna play this for y'all. Yeah, y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. These are all the Patreon people saying that they seen it. They seen it. These are the people that are in the Patreon that seen the video. Well, I basically asked most. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I'm gonna play a little bit of it for y'all to see. I'm not gonna play all of it, but just enough to get my point across. Let's see, erase some of this stuff. Let's back it up here. And I'll play y'all a little bit of the conversation. Because this just really, really got stuff going. Yiggity. There it goes. Let's hit it here. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all see that? It's all right, Apex. I'm not tripping. You don't have to afford it. You just don't see what's in there. Yeah, that's a vapor joint, man. It's the drag. Yeah. So this is the conversation. Let me mute me so we can play a little bit of it. Phil, you working?
In the day. That means you officially, man. All right. I'm here with Married to the Miles.
Your boy Mo804, you know what it is, y'all.
He's making 10 to 15,000 a week at this secret company. Oh man, look, it's so crazy. I'm losing my camera handles. You making 30,000 a day. That means you officially got the plug. You've been in the game long enough to where you was asking about plugs. Now you're at the actual place that's giving out $5,000, $10,000 a week. Do you see why those people didn't tell you where to go?
Absolutely.
What is the thought process behind not telling people where you are?
Just trying to solidify myself before, doing all of that. Yeah. It's not none that's over the top secret. I mean, there's plenty of people who work here. You know what I mean? So it's not nothing like that. It's actually more so, I say the commodities and freight that we're hauling is probably has high levels of clearances and secrecies to it and stuff like that. So I guess you couple that with just wanting to keep my business is more so why I'm staying tight with it. Well, you get the money by running the proper clock. Getting out of sleep after 10 hours.
You go right back to the basics.
I mean, that's what got me here.
Connor, you remember when you want to know what company it was? Get him to tell us the company.
I can't. I gotta follow his lead.
She gotta follow his lead.
That's what a good wife does, bro.
Listen. It's a dude out there that's like, that's what's wrong. They won't tell us what a plug is. Well, you remember them conversations?
Yeah.
And now you on the other side.
I know, right?
You got to get up, right?
One
Are they gonna look at you as you fake?
No, one day I will. Like I said, there's a certain level of, well, you can do with this what you will. You know what I mean? But there's a certain level of secrecy, and there's a certain level of just overall non-disclosure that come with what we're hauling in the first place. So you can do with that what you will. But as far as the name of the company,
Right.
like I said, we're just starting out. I'm on the company aspect of it right now. So
Right.
I ain't even all the way out there how I want to be out there yet. So these are.
Do y'all think he should give it up? That's the question I'm asking. Do y'all think he should give it up? And that's a discussion we're gonna have today. And I don't disagree. I'm reserve judgment. I'm just gonna reserve judgment real quick. I'm gonna reserve judgment. I'm gonna withhold it. I'm not gonna go out and say how I feel about it per se. Not yet. But I want y'all to tell me, should he get up? If he being real. So I'm gonna say, hey, how y'all feel about the dudes who are not willing to give it up? And then I'm gonna try to get somebody in here who is willing to say where they work and why they were willing to say it, why he wasn't willing to say. All right, let's see here. Rolling with Ruckus says, nope, keep it to himself. Only people who are truly ready should get the 411. I don't know, man. I know this is going to be a messy show. I know. What do you think about Shawty, it ain't hard to make that kind no, they could mess his name up. That's a good one. No, they could mess. Do y'all think that could actually affect your name at a company? Do y'all is that what y'all think? Like I said, I haven't said what I feel about it yet. We gonna get to it. I'm one at a time in people today. I'm not bringing a bunch of people in. Not yet. We'll get to it. Like I said, we burning miles today. Do y'all think he should, give the juice, man? Don't do that. Like, give the juice up. Should he be giving the juice up? Is the question. That's what we waiting, man. Y'all all in the comments like, no, yes, no, yes, no. Yeah. It depends. The law says, let go of the drip. Come on now, get a drip up. People say it depends. Those have years of experience are probably the ones that should get it. Yeah, that's a way to look at it. Oh, man, people are tripping about this getting, to certain individuals, not everyone. Let's play a little bit more. Let's see Mo's reasoning. Let's see.
Just checks that I've seen of other people's, but I've seen them consecutively enough, and I've talked to enough people that give me the same information that I feel confident that the move we made was the best one to make, and it's going to take us to heights that.
Look, bro, I'm from the streets, bro. I ain't trying to hear all that, dog.
Hey, dog.
You know where the money is. It is your. Let me don't go even deeper. It is your duty as a Negro.
I agree.
To give everybody the drip, bro. Tell us where you is, all that. Listen, if you don't, then you just like them fake dudes out there that ain't giving out the real information, dog. You ain't real no more.
In due time, for one. But if you really want to know how to get the bread, log on to New Regime. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Shout out to the Patreon.
And get some real world experience, some real world giblets, some real world information on how to get your bread out here.
Appreciate
Because
that plug,
the
Mo.
company that
Appreciate
you go
that.
to is very important. Yes. But just sticking to your guns, running your truck as efficiently as you can, you'll get there.
Oh, they gonna eat you up.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. Like I say, I ain't gonna say never, but at this very important time right here, I'm keeping it to myself, and you should respect that. And if not, I guess you know what you can do.
Married to the Miles. Go sub to their channel
I'm trying to pay
immediately.
attention to how they change once they get the money, bro. Like once they get the money, they
I'm
run
baiting
off
them
with
now. I'm
the
trying to
bag,
bait
bro.
him
Like,
in.
You got to give us. This is my thing. I'm gonna say how I feel about it. Okay.
Get it up,
The
Mo.
reason why I think you shouldn't say it is because even if you told them where to go, they probably mess it up
I'm sure.
because they probably don't run like you.
Most people probably don't.
They don't run like you. They ain't about to do that 10 hour in the sleeper crap. They think that's some crap I just say. They're not about to be doing 1,000. They're not about to do none of that stuff you're doing. They're not gonna
Right.
stay out. I know they ain't gonna stay out as long as you.
That's probably a fact too.
They're not gonna stay out as long as you. They're not gonna do none of that stuff. But they want you to give them where the money's at.
And what are you gonna do with it?
What you gonna do with it? You ain't gonna do nothing with it, but mess it up.
Right. Because there's people over here that I see. Everybody's not making that. You know, everybody don't have the same drive. You know, even if they have particular qualifications, they might not have the same drive. They
Married
might don't
to the
want
Miles
to
in
run
the
it up
building.
like that.
Right.
But I've seen
You ain't real, Mo. You ain't real. They gonna marry to the Miles right there. See, he ain't real. We wanna know, and I ain't trying to be messy, Curtis G. We wanna know why you ain't giving up the real. You ain't real, Mo. Yeah, you ain't real. Curtis, go to your Patreon message. I'm gonna send you a message real quick, Curtis, because I know you listening, and I want your point of view. Why do I always be picking on Curtis, yo? Curtis, I know you listening, dog, because you messy. You messy, and I know you gonna say what I want you to say. So, hey, Curtis, go ahead on, hit the button, please. Go on, keep the party going. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on in. I want Curtis to come in here. Who else I know is gonna have a crazy point of view? I just want to see what Curtis is gonna say. He gave the real subscribe, join, and apply. That's true too, and the link's in there. I want to make the bread, but hold on. We got a voice of reason, honestly. Phil, I want to know, and I ain't being messy. I'm not gonna be messy today, okay? Can we hear you, Phil?
I'm back here now.
You ain't got to put on the hot boy mic to talk. You could have did it on your phone. Don't do that. I'm here now. How y'all doing? Is Mo real? Cause I'm be real. I feel like Mo fake, bro. He fake. He ain't getting it up, dog.
Nah, and I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation, man, to be honest with you. I feel him 100%. This is the thing that, like Lo says all the time, it's levels to this. Like, everybody don't need to be over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna use an example. The VL trucking situation. It's sweet over there, but because folks put it out on Front Street, now it's hotter than all outdoors, and folks that went over there messed up. Now you gotta pay stuff like escrow. So there's a reason why you're only revealed certain things at a certain time. There's money out there to be made, but you got to understand you only have access to that if you got the right credentials.
So you caping for Mo right now. I'm trying to
100%.
build Mo as. So you feel like you agree? You're like, yo, that shouldn't be put out.
Totally agree. Just like I haven't talked about my situation because for a lot of people it wouldn't make sense. They'd be like, "Oh, why didn't you go over here and do this, that, and the third?" It makes sense for my plan. Just like what he's doing makes sense for his plan. He's like he said, he got to solidify himself before he decided to put it out on Front Street. And even then, I wouldn't blame him if he didn't.
Okay, that's one for Mo. We got one for Mo. Mo Miggity. We got one for Mo. Okay. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you.
See,
but I'm gonna say he ain't real, dog. He ain't real because he ain't giving out the drip. See, listen. This is my thing. Okay, because I gotta play the devil's advocate here. Okay. How people supposed to get to the money if y'all get to the money and hold it all together? So Phil ain't giving it out.
well, here's the thing. It's like
Mo ain't giving it out. Come on, what's the deal here?
It's like he said, you got to refine the fundamentals. You master the fundamentals, doors get open for you. And a lot of times, it's just a matter of starting conversation with the right people. Like
Right.
I give you an example today. I was at Walmart, saw a guy with a blue parrot on. I said, "Hey, who you run for?" He's I got an authority. 5 seconds later, we standing in line. He started giving me the drip all these companies in my area I can get hooked up with once I buy my truck.
Right. I
So
mean,
it's a matter of, matter of conversating and networking and knowing the right people.
see, Phil, you're trying to be sensible about this, and I'm not. I know Married to the Miles is watching, and I'm gonna.
I like him.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it out how I see it. Mo fake. He fake. He ain't giving out the money. He's not giving out the money. That means, AKA, not real. Because that's what people always say. If you don't listen, I know I was always a bean spiller. I would say where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some stuff.
Point too.
Yeah.
Why would he give up where he's at and then he got to fight with everybody else trying to get in the dough? And he ain't secured his spot. Because like you said, he went to a company position. So there's a level of securement that's taken away when you're not a contractor.
You keep trying to see.
Now you're at that impression.
You're acting like Mo's lawyer right now. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get somebody in here that's going take shots at Mo. Cause the law coming in here with the sensibilities. We don't want no sensibilities, bro. That's not what we here for. We want to know for the years it's been going on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you don't give out the drip, you ain't nobody. I got to the point where I give out the drip. We talking about willy nilly. I'm giving out the drip. I've been approached by people who say we don't agree with the way you giving out the drip. You need to slow that down, like legit. Like they don't want me to give that out. They act like, oh, you give it out trade secrets. I'm like, it's not a trade secret. I didn't think it was a trade secret, but that's how people look at it.
Well,
Zach says no sensibilities, huh?
Everybody has their lane. Your lane is to feed the people. His lane is to protect his business interests.
So is there stuff that I give out that you feel I shouldn't be giving out?
No, because that's what you created your platform around based on giving advice and information. That's your brand. And it serves you monetarily to do so.
This is true.
So in that instance, it makes sense for you to do that. But in his case, because not to discredit him at all, because I love his content, but his main source of income isn't from doing content right now.
Then that means he's not real.
So that doesn't make him real because he don't want to talk about his life 24/7.
He ain't feeding the streets, bro. He ain't feeding the streets.
Man,
if he don't feed the streets, then he ain't real.
The streets ain't feeding him.
It feels so stupid.
Hey, look, it's gotta be an exchange of product.
No, let me see.
Exchange of goods and services.
Erica usually got my bag. Let me get Erica in here. Erica, go to your Hickamajiggy, please. Please. See if she got my bag, man. Because Phil came in here on some, lawyer, devil's advocate crap. I ain't got time.
Man, now that I'm in the position I'm in now, I understand things a little differently, bro. It's about the business.
But you see, everybody knows that a lot of this is satire. They know me personally.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you know what angle I'm playing though.
I get what you're saying. I do get it.
Because you know that's how it is usually put.
Right. That is the usual perception that when you get on, you're supposed to help everybody that's standing behind you.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see what Mo had to say. This is Married to the Miles. What's up to their channel?
For multiple people that's out here trying to get it, and they get
Look at him, he ain't real.
So what's the secret to making 10,000 a week in trucking?
I pressed him. Watch, I pressed him.
it's got to be the commodity. I mean, outside of just running and how you run, because I mean that's the baseline of.
Okay, what's our one? The commodity, the value of the commodity.
I'm gonna try to corner him, Phil. Listen, I'm about to corner him.
Definitely the way in which you run, how many loads you can get, because it's all about stacking. You know, it's saying that you're from the streets and all that. You know, it's about the hustle. It's about the flip. It's about how much work can you get off
Beating around the bush
between this time and this time. You know what I mean? Between the start of a pay period.
Tell us the company, Mo.
How much can you run up the check?
Stop going around a bit.
How big can you run the bag up? Is you waiting for the plays to come to you, or is you out on the block making plays? Because we used to run the cars.
Right.
You know what I mean? Coming up, how we got down, we ran the cars.
You on cell phone selling?
No.
Y'all was out there track stars.
No, we didn't have it. Won't none of that. So you stay on the block. You stay out there as long as you can. When everybody going to the club and getting fresh and going home,
right,
and enjoying your personal cars at home and whatever bills you got because you got a house. Right. I don't have none of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Get to the company, Mo.
In Richmond, Virginia, I'm on the blade, bro. Every day, all day. This is how
This
is how we eat. You know what I mean? This is our whole way out.
So it's the commodity.
Mm-hmm.
What the commodity is paying, running tight, pretty much.
Yes.
What's rule number 3 to making $10,000 a week?
Let's see, you gonna get it to us.
The 5 years.
Drive safe.
I'm done with Mo. I'm sorry.
This guy
Mo ain't getting it up. Nope. Mm-mm.
He is media trained.
Hold on. Let's see if I got my girl. Erica.
What's up, y'all?
Erica, I need you to have my back on this. Mo is not real. He ain't giving up the giblets.
Nah, he's absolutely doing the right thing, and here's why.
Oh.
See?
Oftentimes, oftentimes you'll refer somebody and they aren't running that clock right. They're dragging their ass, they're getting loads late, and that's a direct reflection of you because you referred that individual. That's how the company's going to look at it. So I say he can give the drip to those people that are worthy of that opportunity, people that he knows have proved themselves, that run their clock right, that do the right thing, that don't take illegal loads when they're out of hours.
Woo.
That's all I'm saying.
The fundamentals.
So,
like they said, back to the basics. You got people that are doing that, absolutely give them the drip.
So I put, and everybody knows that I harp on the basics. I push the basics a lot to the point where people are like, oh, he should only be talking to rookies. Listen, even older people need to sometimes get a refresher on the basics. The basics don't never hurt nobody. Just go back to when I used to play video games with my stepfather. He was a video game head, and I would try to do all these crazy trick moves on the video game. And he would always say, go back, do karate. Go back, just kick them. Like he would always go back to the basics, bro, because you're trying to do so much fancy stuff, you're going to get caught up. But that would be me if I was being sensible today. But I'm going to go ahead and say, Mo ain't real. He ain't real. Because I know Mo is trying to handle some business right now, and I know he's watching, and he's like, damn, I need to call in. Nope, I'm going to keep badgering him until he call in. Mo ain't real. He should have gave us the drip. I'm be real. He ain't black no more. I'm just go ahead and put it out there. There it is.
Whoa, now that's
put that on the ground. Y'all do what you do with it. I don't care. That's how I feel. He's not real. Lot. Let's see. I cornered him right here. Let's see if he can work his way out of it. Let's see what he can say.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
You can't be out here living life. You're living your life like it's golden. Because there's too many things that can go wrong. There's too many moving parts. You know what I mean? I've always been a chance taker. I've never been one that played by the rules. But I've had to readjust the way I live my life because this is something that can change not only my life but my family's life. So that's what I'm in it for right now.
Those are 3 ways to make $10,000 a week.
But definitely be safe, man.
Definitely be safe.
Because there's a lot of people that's out here running, that's running crazy out here on the road, man. Doing it the wrong way, gambling, and it can go wrong. Bro.
You know what I thought you was going to say?
What's that?
Relationships.
I'm glad you said it.
Relationship.
I'm glad you said that. That's probably, that may even be number one.
Yeah, because for real, we wouldn't know about this company if it wasn't for a relationship.
That's a fact. So you are more than right by saying that. Definitely relationships and holding on to relationships, not screwing up relationships. A lot of times, you know, you can meet people, and even though they rock with you, they're not going to speak your name in rooms that you're not present in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
There's a lot of times, opportunities that can come across a lot of people.
He about to give up too much drip. That's inside the Patreon. I have to stop right though. He about to give up too much. Listen,
he's absolutely right though.
Yeah, you can't say he's not right because, like I said, the places, you know, there's about 4 or 5 places that really give out a lot of money, and most of them they're not talked about. They really aren't talked about, man. They're really on the hush hush. Even when you go into dealing with them and you let them know, hey man, I'm a creator, they say we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. Don't do that. Don't keep it on the low. And they do that for a reason, man. They do that for a reason.
Yeah, I got one that comes to mind that's well known, but you can't get there unless you got the right setup.
And who is that? Really?
Yeah. Landstar got the bag, but you got to come correct. You have to have your business established correctly. You have to come with your own tractor that's up to spec.
Right.
It's even recommended to bring your trailer too. But they're a great company.
Hold on. We got a faker in the room right here. So hold on 1 second. Mo.
What's happening?
Mo, you ain't real, dog.
Come on now.
Let me tell you why you ain't real. It is your obligation to give the money out to the nation. You're not doing that, bro. You keeping it to yourself. This is an issue. And the delegation in here, we got 150 people here looking, and they feel like, dog, you ain't real for real, dog. You got to get it right now on the Trucker Brown channel. Get a company out.
Well, shout out, salute to the whole $150 in here. I'm definitely real. I just stepped away from a nice meal, some nice salmon, a few other side
let's go with the
dishes.
salmon.
Outside and continue to have this conversation. So my food getting cold. So just let the $150 know that my food getting cold just for messing with y'all. But I ain't want to leave hanging either. I ain't telling y'all nothing, bro.
What?
Exactly. Like you supposed to.
And that's facts, dog. Hope that I had to step outside the restaurant, so hope that outside noise ain't an issue. But heck,
why you ain't telling us? Why you ain't telling them nothing, bro? They need. Come on, man.
I did tell them. I told them that there's opportunity out here. Stick to your guns.
Exactly.
Keep your head down, 10 toes down, and keep looking for great opportunities out here. Don't get complacent with wherever it is you at. Don't get complacent with the bread that you're making. And there's opportunity out here, man. You just got to go get it. It may not be handed to you on a platter, but stick to the Patreon. Keep following the Jews and giblets that you do receive, that you are voluntarily given and not supposed to have.
Church.
And add on. You know, everything ain't for everybody. And what's for you is going to be for you.
Church.
And maybe you'll build a relationship or get in close proximity and close quarters to certain people that'll drop them Jews on you personally. But if you think you're going to receive certain information on the grand scheme in the public, you're probably fooling yourself.
So you can't give them nothing. That's what you tell me.
Correct.
And then you can understand why I say you ain't real.
Okay.
Because this my thing. The reason why I'm pushing this satire bit so bad, because that's what's gonna happen. Like me and Mo already talked. That's the videos that's gonna be made. That's the video that's coming. he ain't real.
I mean, okay.
But his paychecks are real. How
I
about
was
that?
just about to say.
Facts. I'm not
How
tripping
about
off
that?
the videos. I take the videos.
Yeah.
I've had videos made about me before. I've had my name spoken of in a negative light before. It is what it is.
But you getting too much money to
You
care.
know, it ain't even about me getting too much money, because it's part of other opportunities out here that I'm not privileged to, and I understand that. I deal with it even if I don't like it. But I got people that put me on. So, and there's people I will put on. But if you think it's going to be within a public forum, and it's just going to be something that's universally given to anybody just because they're listening, you playing yourself.
So when you can we at least do this? Because I'm gonna show y'all how being connected. When you're ready and you're solidified, you at least go live with me in the Patreon and give it to them.
Yes.
And that's called
Because
networking.
the science says it's all about relationship. Like right now, you know where I'm at.
I cannot confirm or deny. Yes.
I know you won't, but I know, and you know. So all I'm saying is I get it. It just,
And here's the point too.
it's gonna have to be
Out
on
of-
a need to know basis, and everybody don't need to know.
Out of respect for the people that put him on, he's got to hold it
Right.
Facts.
because they didn't have to give him the drip.
Right. You're completely right about that.
And they didn't
'Cause
just give it to me because I was standing next to them or I was there. I earned a certain type of respect and rapport with that individual that they deemed it necessary and beneficial to put me on.
How many years would you say you've known the individual?
Just about I've been in the game.
So that's
So
5-6
I'm
years.
say knocking on.
Mm.
And not just through social media either. You know,
Right.
people have met, conversated, talked, had in-depth conversations. You know, individuals know myself, know my wife. You know, it's just not relationships that are just in passing. You know what I mean? You know, we share a common thread of because we truckers.
Right.
You know, it's a lot greater, a lot deeper than just that. So it go back to bond building certain relationships with people. And you
Yeah.
know, like
How
I
much?
said in the video, is one thing to be somebody's friend and buddies and all of that, but when people can speak your name in a full of strangers and you're not even there, you know what I mean, they willing to put you in situations that you might not have been present for, but they thought about. That says a whole lot about them. And
Integrity goes a long way.
It does.
Mm.
Can I ask a question to Mo 804?
Do your thing,
what's
Erica.
that? What up? What up?
Sir, I'm Erica 1011 Trucking. If I see you at the Legacy Lounge and say hi, will you say hi back, sir?
What is the legacy line?
Okay, I thought you knew about that one. My bad.
Hold on. Let's get on that. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Yeah, that's beyond me.
That's
Hello?
well, I'm here, but you know, I guess if you don't know, you don't know.
Nice. Hold on.
Golly.
Hold on. Hold on, Erica. Erica, don't tell me you ain't real either. Come on now, you supposed to be real.
Golly.
But them checks are though.
What is a legacy line? We got to press Erica. Let's put her up real quick. Bang! There go her logo right there. Press Erica. What is the Legacy Lounge?
It's a place where those that are dealing in specialized this and that go to take respite.
Wow.
Wow. That is something that I did not know. And
You must be in the interquorum to know about it. And he knows about it. He just doesn't think he knows about it. But once he realizes what it is, he's like, "Oh, that's what it's called."
so y'all, Mo, you ain't selling dope, bro.
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yo, and y'all, this is the funny thing. This is how 70% of the industry is done. We're making a joke of it, but this is literally how 70%. When it's this is exactly how it is.
But no, let me give you some insight though. That information, you can get to that next level as a rookie or otherwise. You can find the information because we did, and then somebody else gave us some additional information, but we researched it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody on the humble said, "Hey, have you ever thought about this particular place?" Nah, and we looked it up on the internet, and bam, here we are.
Man, there's so
I
much
mean,
secret gems flying around this
we
live.
a year and a half in the game, so I'm just saying it. You can do whatever you put your mind to, but you have to do your due diligence. Just like Mo 804 said, just like you say in the Patreon, which is why I subscribe on a regular basis, watching LoSean's videos, dealing with Just feeling his mechanical ass, all of that plays a part. So it's out
Erica,
there to
so
be done.
so can you give me a job once it pop off? Can I get a job with you?
You would absolutely be somebody that would be worthy of the referral and the
Heck
information.
no.
For sure.
You ain't
God,
get
no,
because you ain't gonna stay.
Because of
I
how
already
you
know you
carry
ain't gonna
yourself.
stay.
You know what I'm saying? Now I wouldn't be the one referring you because you already have an inside plug that you've known for a long time. We're just now getting to know each other. So I wouldn't even take that. I'm sure he would do that when the time was, when the time was right. But
I don't know.
I
you
ain't
have to
touching that.
be
Cause you
you
ain't
have to
gonna stay.
be good. You can't just be
You
a
ain't no
regular
runner for
average
real.
run of the mill,
Hold
raggedy
on,
ass trucker. You got to be about your business.
hold on, Erica. I got a
DB
little
ain't no
beef on
real
the line.
runner. He ain't no
I'm
runner for real.
so you wouldn't give me the referral because I ain't a runner.
That's
No,
right.
I wouldn't give you the
You
referral
ain't gonna
because
make
you
no
have
mockery of my name.
somebody else that could give it to
Right.
you, and I wouldn't take credit for that because he's already probably gonna do that for you.
Right. And a lot of the stuff we talk
That's why I
about,
said that.
I have known, including where Mo is. I have known that before he's gotten there. But like I
Now you
always
know
say,
I'm there too.
like I always say, the number one rule to all this is don't do drugs. That's the number one rule.
Yes, sir.
Don't do drugs. You got to run tight and right. Right? You got to run tight and right. You got to follow the rules. This
If you
whole
ain't putting
running.
up 700 miles, you're a rookie.
I can say all that.
I'm saying that.
If you running illegal, it can affect this type of opportunity. Once you start getting all that all over your record, then people gonna be scared to put you on their situation. You understand? That's part of it. That's why we always go back to the basics in the Patreon, because that's it's no point in coming in my because y'all don't understand the inboxes I'm getting from this video. Mo has dang near ruined my life. Cause they're in my inbox like, yo, you give me that. He should just, you seen the side of the truck. Like, really? I seen the side. What did it say on the side of his truck?
Hey, well,
What type of trailer was
to
it?
the buck 50 in here, to the buck 50 in the room, I need to bid y'all adieu. My salmon is getting cold.
Yeah, we seen Seaspiracy, so we don't agree with eating seafood. So goodbye. Bang! Got him out of here. He's eating seafood. I'm against him. So that's a big portion of it. I'm gonna go ahead on in the Patreon and drop the call in thing. I thought my boy Curtis was gonna call in, Messy Curtis, but he did not. He did not call in. I don't know why not. Maybe Curtis says, you know what, I'm not gonna be messy today or whatever he says. But I believe, and I thank y'all for calling in. I do. Mm-hmm. I believe that most people do not understand how it really works. So I'm kind of exposing it, but not exposing where. I'm exposing the fact that most of the places that you're going to see people talking about. See, there go Curtis. Look. Why you being scared, Curtis? I done dropped the link in your inbox and you scared to come in. But most people don't understand how it actually goes down. They really don't. They feel like, oh, well, if you can find anything on it. That's not how it always is. Even though you can find it, sometimes you don't know what's going on behind the veil. And when you get somebody that knows, that's been at a certain place, that can say, listen, not only can I bring you in, but I can put you on this situation inside of it. That's when you start running into people who are getting crazy type of money. And you're like, I don't understand why they're getting crazy type of money. And usually when you don't understand something, there's a reason. There's a reason you don't understand it. Because trucking, for real, is not that complicated. So if you don't understand it, it's there for a reason. It's a purpose why you don't understand it. I just dropped the call-in link inside of the Patreon for all the Patreon people to be able to call in. Exclusive. We call it the Insider Room. Yes, it was a shoot. It wasn't. I just dropped it under the video, Curtis. Don't do that. Don't start acting different. Erica, I appreciate you for calling in. If you want to slide back in, you know what to do. Hit the private chat. Don't do drugs. Phil.
Yeah, man.
We want to know why your camera ain't set up. What's up with that?
Oh, I don't have it plugged in. It'd take me about 2 seconds to hook it up.
I'm gonna pull you out and get yourself situated, and I'll pull you back in. You know, but right now we got the messy, the fleshy, the breasty. Yeah, I made that up on the fly. Don't worry about that. We're burning miles. Hit the Cash App immediately. Matter of fact, let me give my thanks before I let Messy Boots in here. Give my thanks to, wow, it's called I Pay for Sex. That's the name of the Cash App person that just sent me Cash App to the right there. I Pay for Sex. Wow. It says, let me know the name of the company. I can't do that, dude. Don't do that. Curtis.
What's going on?
Curtis.
How we doing on audio?
You all right on audio. Don't nobody care about your audio, Curtis. You ain't special. Jesus Christ, you such a prima donna, dog. How are we doing on there? Really?
There you go with the nonsense, man. Put some respect on my name.
Bro.
I get the title messy, bro.
Because you messy, bro. That's who you are as a person.
No, you got me mixed up with Law.
Yeah. And Law gets a shot. Listen, I believe Mo ain't real because he ain't giving up the money. Do you agree?
No, I don't.
Why?
Here's why. Because I think that you are. Is that echo coming from you?
That's a noise. What's that noise? Hello?
Back me out and put me back in.
All right. I'm about to back you out. And put you back in. Hello, can you hear me? And we can't get his point of view because this stuff is not together. This is my boy here, Michael.
What's going on, bro?
Now listen, I'm pushing the narrative that Mo's not real, okay?
Okay.
I'm pushing the Mo's not real narrative. Do you agree with me that Mo ain't real for not putting the fam on?
Well, on a certain level, yes, and mainly I would say he is being real. Simply because look at my situation, right? I'm not even in the truck yet, but the information I'm getting from you all is so massive that it's like putting my expectations too high, and that may cause me to fall on my face.
Mm-hmm.
If I try to go after what Mo is doing or Law is doing too quickly, you putting your hopes out there too fast, and you ain't even learned to master the basics yet.
Fact.
You can't get in the ring with Mike Tyson and you just basically an amateur. You learn how to throw a jab. It ain't gonna work out too good for you.
Right.
So Mo definitely being real because from a soldier background, from a street dude, I never give up my supplier. Never. Now, if you show me that you're on that level and you can be trusted with that information,
right,
and you build up that rapport, then yeah, one hand wash the other. But other than that, no. Especially not on a big channel like yours. Oh no. they'd be calling, reporting him. He'd be on vacation. They'd be reporting him.
We seen him driving down the street 100 miles an hour.
He on vacation in Dubai. They gonna say they saw him driving down 95.
That's true.
That's why
That's
you don't
true.
do it a lot of times.
Yeah, that's why he
People ask,
said, when he's ready, he'll put it in the Patreon and let us know.
yeah,
But until then, he's not
people ask me what I'm doing. I tell them I'm bagging groceries.
going to. You're bagging groceries.
That's what I tell some people, man. Because you tell them what you're trying to do, they're gonna throw salt on you, and they're gonna cause you to doubt what you're trying to do.
Mm.
How many people around me I done told I was getting ready to go drive and do this and change and build? Man, the amount of hate you get is crazy, man. So you better off just leaving your dream to yourself, keep moving forward towards it, keep your mouth shut. Name, rank, and serial number. That's all you give them. Name, rank, and serial number.
I agree with that because that's one of the biggest things that stop people from getting into it is when they be like, let's say they home, they around cousins and uncles and friends and baby mama's family, and they like, yeah, I'm about to drive trucks. And they be like, I used to do that back in '83. Rough job. And they just dig into it immediately.
See, people that can't see it for themselves can't see it for you. So they got their dream squashed, and they haven't moved forward what they wanted to do. So now, misery loves company, man. This a crab in the barrel mentality.
Now
Why let you escape?
I've always been one to. I've always been a habitual drip giver. I give it out, but I always try to. That's why even with our weekly programming, even in the Patreon, I don't know if y'all noticed, I always go back to the clock because I feel like the clock is the most skipped step. And people don't realize how important it is. Yeah, we can be in here. I can bring guys in here that drop y'all a massive amount of drips, like Michael said. But if your stuff not together way back at the clock, you ain't gonna do nothing with it because you done skipped it. You done skipped the step. If I tell you about sleeping and trip planning and knowing when to run and stop before cities, a lot of that stuff really, y'all don't understand how much of that stuff gets ignored. No one even want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Get to who pays the most money. And I always jerk y'all back to, let's talk about this clock thing, because for real, if you ain't figured that out, why are we talking about where Mo is? Why are y'all inbox? I've had people inbox me that said they having problems with their clock, and they press me about where Mo's at. Dude, you don't even know how to run your clock yet, bro. I could figure that out. You can't skip steps like that, dude. You got to learn the basics, man. You have to.
Nobody gets on their couch and decides they want to start training for a marathon and run 28 miles day one.
Right.
First, you got to get off the couch. Then you got to walk to the mailbox.
Right.
And you have to do that for 6 months before you can run a few miles.
Right.
But we live in this microwave culture and environment to where it's like that commercial. It's my money and I want it now. So they want it now. But you can't get it instantly like that. You can't get it instantly. Nothing worth having comes that easy for you to get it in secret.
Yeah, I agree with them because a lot of times, especially when people don't know anything about trucking or if they don't have anybody they can speak to, when they turn to the internet, what's being pushed the most? Oh, I got this much on my settlement. Oh, you can make this much a week. But they don't talk about consistent clock time, how to properly do a pre-trip. That's not what's in the forefront.
Because it's not sexy.
Right. Or knowing how to build a relationship with the DM or knowing if you're at a good company or not. Or if it's you that's causing the problem, not necessarily the company.
Exactly. Because I've had people who are at the company that shall not be named. And I know there's a platform there for you to make money. I know you can make money there because I've done it for years at a time. So if you come to my inbox and be like, yeah, I'm at the company that shall not be named, and I can't make no money, the first thing I'm going to do is, all right, well, show me your clock.
Right.
And I'm getting people refusing to show me their clock.
Because they don't know how to show it to you. They didn't learn how to work it to be able to show you the information on there. And if they try and tell you they can't, that's showing you that they really not at the point where they should be.
Yeah. Like,
if they were smart enough, I'm at least 2 months before I get into the truck, right? I'm already building a network of people's brains that I can pick when I'm in the truck and when before I get into the truck. This is all strategic planning for me. This is not. I'm not just doing this just to enjoy a good show because it is a good show.
Thank you.
Especially some of them people calling them stupid responses and questions. So out of the many trucking channels I done checked out, and I done checked out, I can name quite a few of them. None of them has given me information to prepare me for the next step and the step beyond that. Besides listening to you all and get information for y'all. None of the others have been. I done checked out Mr. Blue Chew and Mr. Dirty Guilty. I done checked out all of them, man. None of them got no useful information for you.
I didn't say that.
He said it.
It's like watching two alley cats fight, man. It ain't but interesting for a couple of seconds. Then I think, why am I wasting this time listening to this garbage? It ain't getting you ready.
Wow, that's a consumer review right there. You can't hate on that. That's from the people who are consuming. Hold on, I think someone send me a cash out. Hold on now, I appreciate that. You know, it's vegan food expensive. I don't think y'all know that, but
it definitely is. I did it for a month. I was like, bro, this is not cheap.
It's killing my pockets. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Transcended says wrote something to comments. Okay, Transcended. I don't really know what that means. Hold on, I gotta bring.
One of my mentors told me real quick before I go. He said find people that are doing what you're doing and are successful at it and model after them. And if you do that, because success leaves clues. So if you do that, you're on your way to either making it where they are or surpassing them. But if you get information from people that are really not doing or where you would want to be, then where you expect to go?
Hey man, that's about as real as you can make it. I appreciate you, Michael. If you want to pull back in, you know how to hit the private chat and come back in.
Yeah, I got it.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Let's get Messy Boots in here before we start talking about Ding. Hold on now.
Man,
Curtis.
Stop introducing me like that. Oh my God.
Curtis. First of all, your audio, you got stuff in the background. What's going on with that? Why your audio messing up lately? Are you working?
Well, I'm out right now, but yeah. But I mean, my clip can hear me.
Yeah, we quasi hear you. What do you got to say?
So basically, what I wanted to say is, I agree that those should not give that information out. Here's my reason behind that. It's because you are an example of when you either put your location or certain information out, how people will try to come at you destructively to try to tear you down and destroy the things that you've built. And we all know how this YouTube game goes, how this social media age is, and how Negroes are. They don't want to see you be great. They don't want to see you do good. I mean, fact is fact. So, what I think you should do once you get further into what he's in the midst of doing is put that drip in the game down to people who he feels are deserving of that. People who are within inner circles, like, hey, this is the movies I make, or Blase Bleed, this company, whatever. But I don't think that information should be massively known. I don't think anybody is entitled to that. You're not entitled to what's in my bank account just as I'm entitled to know what's in your bank account. So it ain't nobody. So, and that's
But you don't understand. You don't understand, Kurt. That makes him not real. He ain't a real dude if he don't do that.
Yeah, he can be not real, but he can be sitting on a yacht smoking a Cuban cigar while he's having two Peruvian biddies fuck on him. Like,
yeah, I mean, I agree. A lot of this, like I said, a lot of stuff I'd be poking fun. But you know, the first thing I told him was, yeah, you don't keep that to yourself. You don't need to be throwing that around willy-nilly because you got to get situated first. And I say, if when you're ready to come to the Patreon, we'll give it to them. And there are people who they actually want the information. Ain't no point in putting it on a platform and nobody wants it. Give it to a
Right.
situation.
The other thing is you can't have a attitude of entitlement wanting this information if you are not coming correct. Meaning you ain't got your ish together, like you said, you ain't running your beat, you talk right, you got, your safety record all that, you got these actions. Like, no, if you want this information and to utilize it, you got to make sure that you are correct, not so much worried about what somebody else is doing.
Right.
But that's a fact. Listen, I appreciate you, Curtis. You know how to get back in. Please get somewhere to where your sound is a little bit better.
I don't like you.
I understand that, but your sound is off today. Now that T-Mobile, you got to work on that. You got an Android, don't you, Curtis?
Don't do that.
I'm asking you a question. You got an Android, don't you?
My iPad Pro 2020 is at home. So yeah, I'm on my Android phone right now.
Listen, I'm just letting you know, because Android, when you're away from the phone, your speakerphone sounds crappy. So that's why you sound like crap right now.
Oh,
so that's what I need you to do. I need you to actually get to an Apple product and do better with yourself. You're supposed to be getting
I'll
all that
make
money.
sure I have my iPad Pro 12.9 inch with me next time you do it.
Okay, yeah, please do, because you're wasting our time. Time is money. Thank you. Bam, you out of here. We have Money Green Dean checking in. The big money man himself. And you've had dealings with Dean, ain't you?
Oh yeah, I certainly have.
Was the information useful to you?
Of course, it changed my whole perspective on everything. Because right around the time I started studying his information was also the same time I had left my hometown. So everything changed. And now I'm in the spot where I'm at, where I'm in a short-term lease, and I'll be buying a cash truck. And then I'll get hooked up with a spot here in my hometown and not have to run every day.
Now that's good, but let's be messy. You told me before that Dean, what would you say, his lifestyle used to rub you wrong. You remember that conversation? Am I making that up?
Yes, no, that was accurate.
And you had to self-check yourself.
I did.
And tell me how that went. Now, first of all, let's break down the salacious stuff. Dean was living too good, and it was affecting you. How was that affecting you?
Because of my upbringing and just how I choose to live my lifestyle, I don't care for the flashiness. So initially, when I was learning from him and seeing some of his videos and, the different things he would do as part of his, marketing plan, it rubbed me the wrong way, because that's not how I portray myself as an adult. Nothing wrong with him living that way by any means, but it was not for me. So it took me a while to get past that, to be able to accept the information he was putting out. He even admits it himself. He says he's flashy, but like I said, that wasn't for me initially, so it was hard to get past it. And once I got over my own ego and pride ways, I was able to deal with that and learn correctly.
Let's put Money Green Dean on blast. Let's go and see how Dean lives. Let's check this out. Let's see here. Let's pull Dean. Bang, there goes Dean. Dean. Let's see how Dean lives. Dean, I've sent it to your original IG if you want to pop in. Hopefully you have no music in the background this time. Let's see what Dean got going on. Can y'all hear this?
Puerto Plata. Yo soy dueño.
Can you hear that?
We in here.
Número uno, restaurant and lounge in Puerto Plata. Fin de semana, pero Semana Santa, fin de semana, nosotros es cerrado.
That's enough of that. The Dean obviously lives too good.
Look at the neck piece.
Yeah. He's over the top. Like, someone needs to stop him.
Them ain't fake diamonds.
Let's see how Dean's living here. Come on. So this is Dean's restaurant. He owns.
Oh wow. Look at that.
I can see how this would piss a driver off. This could piss a driver off.
Oh, they partying.
You see the trees in the background?
Oh yeah, look at the beach in the background.
Wow.
Like this is waterfront. Like
and this is how Dean lives, you see. And this was going against your sensibilities.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you. So what did you self-check to be like, why am I I need to get me together. What's going on here?
Well, it got to a point where it was like he's in this position for a reason. It's okay for him to live the life he wants to live because he worked to get to that spot. I may not agree with it, but that's his right because he took the time to put this information together to where I can learn something.
Look at him over there, just San Domingo.
I mean, two-stepping and all, having a blast.
You in the truck like, why am I mad? And he over here having a blast.
Right.
Wow. Money Green Dean, dog. At the end of the day.
Cha-cha sliding on the beach.
Yeah, cha-cha sliding. Stop cha-cha sliding. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get Dean Money Green Dean in here. That's something that everybody needs to check. You know what I mean? Everybody needs to check that everybody needs to check the hatred thing, because basically you looked at it like, you know what? He earned the money. He should be able to live the lifestyle he wants to live.
Yeah. And that only changed once I finished studying the information and started doing, research into other different things and just, changing my overall mindset as far as understanding the level of going from employee to being a business owner. Your mindset that's the problem a lot of people run into, especially in this industry, when you're trying to elevate to the level of, leasing or, even being an owner operator. You can't think like a employee anymore. There's certain things you have to change about yourself, and you have to really dial in your lifestyle to be able to manage a successful business as well as, live the lifestyle that you want to live.
Right.
Believe it or not, even though Dean is living his best life out there, he still operates on a budget. It's just at a different scale.
Nah. See, you always trying to help Dean out. I'm gonna hate on Dean. I don't do good. First of all, where did Dean get a helicopter? It says Dean Atlanta Lights on that helicopter. That's Dean.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, that's
you see
crazy.
this? He got a helicopter coming to the beach for him. I hate this dude.
He living too good. How you got a helicopter, dog?
He got a helicopter, bro.
Like, I can understand when you had the AMG coupe and all that when you was sliding through Atlanta, but the helicopter, that's too much.
First of all, thanks for the cash app. Andy Martinez says $10 to keep the show going. He's burning miles. Let's break down why I don't like Dean. Let's do that. My problem with Dean is this: he smiles way too much. Like, if I was to pull Dean in here now, he'd be cheesy. Like, why are you smiling? We over here in the field, you know what I'm saying? We trying to work.
He's always happy.
He's always happy.
He lives in a zen state of mind. Even when he's upset, he's still smiling.
He's still smiling. And you went through Dean's course, and it helped you in your trucking business structure.
Definitely. I didn't know what business structure was until I went through that course. His wasn't the only one I studied, because I studied another one after it just to really simplify it for me, because there was terms in there that I didn't understand. But after that,
So I have a couple things I need Dean to do. Okay. This is the number one thing I need to do.
See, and that's the thing. I'm gonna speak on that though. A lot of people, I've heard that a million times. People say, "Oh, Dean's a scam, Dean's a scam." No, it's not a scam. It's just you have to know how the course works. And once you finish it, because there's a contract before you start it, you need to read the contract
and do what you're supposed to do.
Right, and do what needs to be done. It's not a you pay and you're instantly in business or you instantly got all the stuff. You still have to do work. It's just teaching you how to do it.
You think we can get Dean to stop being flashy? I'm gonna call Dean and I'm gonna get him in here.
That's never gonna happen. That wouldn't be Dean.
That wouldn't be Dean.
That wouldn't be Dean.
Let's see here.
What's going on?
What's up,
going
man?
on, people?
Dean, why are you smiling, bro?
See, that's how rumors get started, man. You said I had a a helicopter, and I was just showing the helicopter on the beach.
Look, Atlanta Lights helicopter. Atlanta Lights
I had the
helicopter.
helicopter, but I didn't have the
So this ain't your helicopter?
Read the comments. Read what it says.
Nah, we ain't reading nothing. That's your helicopter. Dean got a helicopter. Everybody back in America like, you know he got a helicopter.
Helicopter on the beach, and now all of a sudden, oh, I got a helicopter. Man, y'all boys crazy, man.
Dean, can you give us the trick to be able to be in business and smile as much as you do? Because I'm in business and I don't smile that much, man.
Oh, man. I mean, listen. Bro, you just got to decide, man. You got to laugh at these haters, man. You got to laugh at these people, man. You just got to laugh at life, man. You just got to choose to, man.
Dean, I'm sharing your IG right now.
Yeah.
Well, can you explain us to what's all this I'm seeing on the screen right now? What is this?
Oh, that's my old condo before I moved into my villa. That's when I lived.
Oh, he has a villa. Jesus Christ.
You hear that?
Oh, my.
I was living on the ocean. That was beautiful. I really, really, really enjoyed living there. But when I opened my restaurant, I needed to be a little closer. So I got a copter villa because the condo was a little too far.
The condo was too far.
Look at the reasoning.
What?
Look at the reasoning.
The condo was too far.
I mean,
are you serious?
It was a commute. You know, the commute was a little too much. So,
listen, Dean, we're talking to Mo 804, and Mo 804 found a situation where he can make some big money in trucking.
Okay.
And I was pressing him. I said, "Listen, you don't give out the drip. You ain't real." You know, I was pressing him, and he was like, "Nah, I want to make sure I'm structured and solidified first, and then I may do it, but I don't know." And I told him, "You ain't real if you don't tell everybody where you getting this money."
Exactly.
Do you agree with that?
So what's the whole thing again? So explain it again. So
I came
in the middle point. Today I'm chilling at the house. I'm just chilling. So I just kind of woke up and saw you was live. So I was like, let me check and see what TV doing. So catch me up.
He got a good situation, making big money. And and I said, man, listen, you got to get a drip out. Like, you got to give up the plug. And he don't want to get a plug up.
But everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything not for everybody. And also, unless you pay the price, you shouldn't get access to everything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, people can understand if I say, hey, I want you to take this load for me, but I want you to do it for free. They'll be like, well, no, I ain't gonna do that. Or if I say, okay, I want you to take this empty for me, or I want you to you know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of different things. Like, it's like when it comes to them and their money doing stuff for free, they have the issues. But then they want everybody else to give them things for free. That comes from a poverty mindset. So you have to change your mind. I guess if I'm gonna be deep, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all having a good time, but why I laugh so much is because I had to change my mindset. Even before I was an entrepreneur, I had to change my mindset. You can't have a poverty mindset. You have to have a mindset of success and abundance and believe that you are going to be successful. So that way you don't have a problem when it comes to paying. I think especially in the blue collar community, we end up begging for what we want, begging for what we need, and buying things that we want.
So that's when you bought this boat that I got up here that you're showing me.
See how I go. See how folks get started. I done bought the boat just because I got a video of the boat. That's that's actually my realtor friend's boat. It belongs to my realtor's friend.
So it's not your boat.
I took the video showing him, and I was like, your homeboy just pulled up. And I sent that to him, and then I decided I also post it on my IG as well.
Okay. Hang on it. I'm gonna be real, dog. This is my problem with Dean, y'all. Let's take Dean off the screen. Let's look at Trucker Brown. This is my biggest, and I mean this in the biggest issues. This is my biggest issue with Dean. I've had a lot of female friends. Me and Dean have been friends. We're gonna be hitting 10 years.
10 years, bro. We've been friends for a long time, boss.
And I've known females, and maybe out of 20 females, all of them hate Dean.
Oh no.
I don't know why. Never met him. Nothing. All they need to do is look at one video, and they like, I don't like him. I'm like, what? Why don't you like Dean? He's cool. It's the way he talks. It's the way he talks, and he smiles like he thinks he's attractive. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? The reason why, I mean, mediocre women don't like men like me because I'm a king, and king can only deal with queens and princesses. But if you a handmaiden or you are a what's the proper term for a lot of these women? Not all of these women, but a lot of them are concubines.
I knew he was gonna say that.
You dig what I'm saying? And that's just real talk. That's just absolute real talk. I mean, the reason how come a lot of modern women don't like men like me is because we're not gonna simp. We're not gonna grovel. Like a man like me, I'm not gonna grovel. I'm gonna ask you once. And if you're cute, I might ask you twice to do anything. And if you choose not to, that's fine. You ain't got to, but that means that you're not gonna be able to be in my presence or be able to ride this ride or experience this lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? So the problem is a lot of women nowadays, they like to have the upper hand in relationships. A lot of modern women feel that they need to, in order to keep their relationship, they have to keep their man under their thumb. And so because you can't do that with me, you got to get in your position, you got to line up. A lot of women find me uncomfortable because of that. But then there's the other women that you see me with who have absolutely no problem playing their role and playing their pace. Like
So
you just
then
saw, you saw when I was in Punta Cana last week, right?
No, what is that? That's on your IG?
Nah, that's not on my IG. That's on my Facebook. I put it on my Facebook.
I don't
You have to play your part in that. You got to play your position and play your part.
So when you bought this island that we're showing right here, do you have to talk to the country to buy the island, or you just went out there and gave them the bag? Because I'm looking here and I'm like, yo, this is a private island Dean's on, right? Who's that? Who's Javier right there? Who's
Did
he?
it come with the staff?
Who is that right there?
It's just a vacation. Let's just a vacation destination, Bob.
Look at the water. First, let's get Dean out here. Let's look at Phil's face. Phil, what's up with the water?
It's that Caribbean water is different, bro. I've had the pleasure of seeing it once. You can see straight to the bottom. You can even see the fish as they go across.
Yeah, you can.
You can see the fish from standing out of the water.
Yeah, that's super organic right there, TB. You want to talk about living healthy and eating healthy? That's super organic right there. Eating a fish that comes directly from the ocean. That's super organic.
Now, there's no way a trucker could make it to where it's at.
You know how many clients that I see, how many truckers that I see? Bro, how many truckers come to the restaurant here in the Dominican Republic? It's all about your mindset. I can tell you right now, listen, if you are a trucker, right? You living in your truck, you riding heavy, you going from coast to coast, you slipping at the shipper, you stacking your money, get your passport. As long as you are a U.S. citizen, and as long as you don't have any felonies, there's nothing stopping you but your limited thinking. Just like my man said that his self-limited belief, his limited thinking is what made him not like me and not even met me, and I end up blessing him and blessing his business, like Phil said. But it's that mindset. I have a client that I sat down with at a restaurant on the beach, and he is a 21-year-old trucker. He said, Dean, I come out here every 3 months. He rides heavy, and what he decides to do, instead of dealing with lot lizards, he deal with Dominican women. Instead of spending money on Jordans, he stacks his money in his account, and he flies out. A plane ticket here is the same as a plane ticket to Vegas or anywhere. It might be, what, $350, $400, bro? Last time we looked at tickets, how much was it? Like $320. Yeah, it's not that expensive. It's that self-limited belief that people have. And all you have to do is choose to live it. You don't have to. See, what happens is that people will look at it and they'll say, oh, it's too expensive, and never research it for themselves. And they can live the life they want to live if you plan it. You can easily spend, you can, like TB, if you wanted to go on, what's the longest vacation you ever been on?
3 days.
3 days. Okay, prime example, 3 days. That means that you can park your truck, you can Uber to the airplane, you can get out here and have some beautiful Dominican woman that know her role, waiting for you at the airport to pick you up, bring you back to your Airbnb or your hotel, massage you, feed you,
Lord.
and fulfill you. You dig everything you want to do, 2 days later, you back in your truck riding and feeling like you're the king of the world.
The king of the world.
The only person stopping, like I said, when I say that the only person stopping you from being successful is you, that's the truth. Because I come from nothing. My brother and I was talking about that. What was this, bro? Today. We was talking about it today. Like, we literally come from nothing. Like the only reason why I feel like my mindset changed, I don't want to hear this, but I was going to a church that believed in prosperity, and I started to tap into that, and I was like, you know what, I can be successful, I can be rich. My dad, I didn't have my father in my life. The best thing my father ever did was let me know that I was African. That was the best thing he ever did. It made me do a lot of research and trying to get my mind together. Ain't nobody gave me nothing. And that's how come I have zero sympathy for somebody that feels some type of way that, oh, I'm successful. So what? You could be successful too. I have zero sympathy for somebody saying, oh, Dean, you're too flashy. So what I'm supposed to do? Be miserable and broke because I'm African American? Or be miserable and broke because I come from the hood? No, I changed that mentality. I said, you know what? I would never be broke another day in my life. I said that confession. I would never be broke another day in my life. I said that when I had $20 in my account. I said, guess what? But I'm not broke. Have I been down? Absolutely, but I've never been out. Because it starts with your mindset. It has absolutely nothing to do. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, Dominican. It doesn't matter if you were born to a single mother or you was born into a household where somebody gave you $50,000 when you got older. It's all about your mindset and what you choose to do. You can either choose to go and get a brand new PlayStation, or you can choose to put money into your business account. You can either choose to go and get a brand new 2020 Camry, or you can choose to go and get a 2005 Freightliner. You can choose to do what you want to do. You can choose things that's going to make you money or things that's going to cost you money. You can choose that. Wow. The problem is that people like to blame their situation on other people. You can't blame your situation. You just got to say, okay, what am I going to do to change it? So I think I took all of 2016 when I wrote my first book. I think Drake had a line in one of his raps where he said that I took the summer off. And absolutely, man, Apex, every single trucker that works hard, that sacrifices, that lives a hard lifestyle they need to love themselves, man. They need to get their passport. They need to travel somewhere, and they need to experience what it's like.
I'm thinking about getting the passport. I may do it. You know, I just got my stuff together, so I may come down there, holler at you and everything, though.
You don't have your passport, TB?
You have to live like
no.
You have to enjoy your life, man.
I've never been out of. The truth is, I've never been out of the United States ever.
Wow.
Never.
And I will come back, TB. I will come back to visit, but I would never live in the United States ever again.
That's for me. That's a common best friend argument that me and Dean have all the time.
TB, that's because you never experienced it before, because you never been out of it. When you come out of it, then we can have that conversation. We can't have that conversation until you know what I'm talking about.
Not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Canada.
Hey, it's just like in the Matrix, the blue pill or the red pill. How many folks? I'm red pill. How many folks is red pill? If you red pill, I want you to say red pill. If y'all know what I'm talking about, I'm just dead serious. It's because, you know, there's like somebody saying, man, I'd never be vegan, and they never tried it before. Or say, I'd never eat what you had the other day, sweet potato souffle or sweet potato.
Yeah.
And say, I'd never do that. I'll never do that. It looks ugly. Ew, I'll never do that. But they never tried it before.
Yeah, I haven't eaten any animal products in.
I'm proud of you, man. That's what happens when you get a good one.
Baba!
That's what happens when you get a good one.
Come here.
And you sit down somewhere.
How long has it been since I've eaten animal products? 13, 14?
Yeah. You see, fellas, what happens when you get a good woman in your life?
14 days.
Facts.
Good. When you settle yourself and you get a good woman in your life, get your credit score together.
I mean, y'all seeing my skin, don't you? You seeing my skin. So my skin a little bit different, you know. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. So now I'm getting the passport. I'm gonna come through on a cruise situation, and I'm gonna get off and be like, yo, where Atlanta lights at? And then they gonna send me a little, and I'm gonna come holler at you now and see what you got going on. But listen, let's get the rules together. I don't drink alcohol. Okay. No scandalous women.
Okay.
And I don't do drugs. That's the 3 rules before I even show up.
That's fine. Listen, guess what? I don't do drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deal with scandalous women. I'm too famous and too popular. I'm too much of a somebody to deal with scandalous women.
Hey.
And
Mm-hmm.
I sip alcohol every now and again.
You see alcohol every now and again. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
man. I had a drink today. I had a Malibu and pineapple.
Ooh.
Because today's my off day. The restaurant is closed. I had a couple consultations earlier, but like I said, today my off day is Monday. But man, I had a pineapple. I had a Malibu and pineapple that was so good.
I don't taste the devil's nectar, but what I will say is this: I will come from a photography standpoint. I do want to get some pictures and stuff through there because
it's beautiful, man.
One of my idols in
I
photography
the reason
came
why
there.
I don't feel bad about Christopher Columbus. I do not blame him. Christopher Columbus came here and lost his mind. He was like, "Where we at? Okay, we here. Where we trying to get to? This where we going." When I tell you how beautiful the beaches are, the water, the trees, the women, the food, like the freshness of the avocados and just the art, it's just amazing, bro. Like that's how come I say, like, I know I don't feel bad about Christopher Columbus.
I have a friend that lives down there, and every time.
I don't blame
Listen. Let's get down to the real, okay? Let's get down to the real. What's this right here? Tell us what this is.
Cohiba cigars and pina colada.
It does
Cohiba.
I can't even put Cohiba. You know, I'm in the Cohiba. I don't understand what that is. Is that drugs? What is that?
No, it's not.
What is that?
It's a hand-rolled Cuban cigar.
It's a very popular, fancy Cuban cigar.
And you telling me that the truckers on my channel can live a lifestyle?
Absolutely. Especially if you are owner operator. If you drive the company, I ain't gonna lie to you because you drive the company. I teach and I mentor entrepreneurs. Whether you're in the truck or you got somebody in the truck. If you invested and you got somebody in the truck, or if you run in the truck yourself, absolutely you can live that life. As an owner operator, I'm not gonna say anybody's names, but I know for a fact, I know an owner operator that knocked down $250,000 a year.
That's a realistic number. That's not far-fetched.
Not far-fetched at all. I know an owner operator that knocked down $250,000 a year. So I'm just saying. And especially as a business, this is why you need to live your life. Because when you have to do your taxes, if you spend, instead of throwing that money away to taxes, what you do is you do research, development. You do all of those things to reinvest into your business, reinvest into your wardrobe. Those are all tax deductible. Take a trip. That's all tax deductible. Go out to a fancy meal. Take somebody you like. Talk a little bit about business. That's all tax deductible. Live your life. That's what rich people do. Their business funds their lifestyle. Like, that's why if you look at my post, I do CEO life and CEO lifestyle, because I live the lifestyle and have the, that's how you do it.
I'm not against it. I'm coming to the realization of a lot of things, and I'm getting a lot of stuff done. Like you say, when you got a good woman in your corner, things they get different. I don't have this at my house like you, but I will say this. I am looking into it now. From a photography standpoint, I like to do photography, so a lot of my traveling is going to be based around me getting photography shots and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I will be doing a little bit of that, but I do want to eventually get down there and check you out. Now, I am going to talk with Dean. I don't know how much time you got, Dean. You got another 10 minutes?
Yeah, I got 10 minutes, boss.
All right. We're gonna take this to the Patreon, and we're gonna ask Dean what you need before you even talk to him. Because
I love this conversation.
Yes, I don't want y'all running over to Dean.
Wait. This is what I want to do. I would like for Just Feel. Because I didn't know he had that vitriol towards me before he ended up coming to find. I had no idea. I did not know. I would like Just Feel to talk a little bit more about his experience and the success that he got, even though I was young, flying, flashy, how it's helped him able to be successful.
Yeah,
I would like them to talk more about
Hold on, we gonna get into that, y'all. I gotta do my give people time to sign up so they can see what we're talking about. And Dean, while we're in there too, can you give us at least one giblet in there, one freebie in the Patreon form, just to let them know you ain't playing. But that's gonna be behind the Patreon wall. 1 second, I gotta pull y'all out so I can switch everything over to be Patreon only.
Okay.
All right, Dean is about to be giving us the gems and the drip and the giblets. Okay, that's what's about to happen. This is the number one rule that I always say. We're gonna take a good 3-4 minutes for me to be able to even switch it over to where it's Patreon only. Hold on, y'all. Let's get it. I hit the wrong button. That's my fault, y'all. I totally hit the wrong button. That was
okay, there we go.
I hit the wrong button. Let's get the music playing so I can switch it. A lot of y'all don't know how complicated what I do is. Y'all think that, DB just does it. No, Law figured that out. He figured that out when he tried to go live, and he was like, "What the heck is going on?" Give me a second, 1 second, people. Let me get it all together, and I will allow y'all to, after Dean and everything they talk, I will let y'all call in and ask a question here and there if Dean has the time. Dean is a very busy man, and as we know, Dean does not do drugs. Dean handles his business. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like Dean for real while we're doing this. The happiness level is just. I've watched from the slight issues with feeling down. Me and Dean both suffer from a real depression, and trying to pull ourselves out of that and do better, and just seeing where Dean has gotten is just. It definitely gives me hope. It gives me big boy hope. Now, I don't know if I go down there with all that scattered Sacagawea, but I would definitely go somewhere where it's different and I can live a lifestyle that I could never live before. I'm about to drop the link to come into the Patreon. There goes the link to come into the Patreon. I'm going to give y'all a hot 3-4 minutes to sign up. If not, only the people who are already in the Patreon are going to be able to see what Dean actually has to say about what you need to do before you can get like him. 1 second, Dean. We gotta let my artist go real quick and get his stuff off real quick, okay? Let him get it. Let him get it off, cause we doing business up here. We doing business. Let me pull you out real quick, bro. Real quick.
No, I ain't trying to hang out a Kiki. I got 3 phones and one of them creaky. Trying to see who can stack it the quickest. Is that dope for your nose better picky? He be loving these hoes, he'll pick me. I be proud of my pennies like Sticky.
Bet I give him 9 shots like he 50. Just got me a drum and that bitch on the 50. New diamonds on me, they dancing like Whitney. A new different world and my bitch is like Whitley.
Man, I just coming for nuts like a hickey. Head on the swivel, cause niggas is shifty. Lil' mama bad and she been about her business. I'm sorry, baby.
Facebook, you're out of here. Yeah, Facebook, you're out of here. All the Facebook people, I am officially shutting the Facebook down. We're going to Patreon only. We're broadcasting to 7 platforms at once. The next person I'm pulling out is the actual Twitch. Twitch, you gotta go. Go sign up for the Patreon immediately. The link is in the comments. Hey, girl, look at her, like a girl. Look at the girl.
my dog, he gon' spin in the Toro. Break out the I got custom apparel. It's on the shits on my clothes, got a swirl. I feel like Dino, I need to They give me 0, I turn
So much money on the floor. Where the scribbles at?
Take a little bitch, make a bread down a kilo. We really shooting them shots like it's B-roll. That boy is snitch, you calling them hero. We really up on them boys 10-0. We really fucking.
Hey.
Kill got some diamonds, they singing like Neo.
And run with K. Oh my God, New Regime Entertainment, which was also live. We're cutting y'all off. We're also hitting delete on YouTube. You gotta be in the Patreon to hear this conversation, people. Get over there immediately. The link is in the comments. Shutting them down as well. Look, see, we're down to 62 people. We only have the Facebook inner group and the Trucker Brown right now. And they're the next ones that got to go. Hit it now. Some people are like, man, I'm stubborn. I ain't gonna hit it. You hurting yourself because being the best friend, I can just call him for this information. So you screw yourself, not me. That's a fact. So I don't know what to tell you. Get into it immediately. Okay? Immediately. Don't do drugs. Well, I hit the wrong button. I'm supposed to be cutting y'all out of here. And you're out of here. Boom, y'all. You're out of here. We're down to Facebook group. You got to go as well. I'm sorry, y'all. Boom! You ain't in the Patreon. You can't hear this conversation. Niggas up Billy, but shit like I'm Gelly.
Put a bad bitch in the back of a Bentley. When they come when I call it assembly. Tryna be healthy, put lean in my assembly. I smoke out the chimney. I was 13 getting.
Alright, it's the last one, y'all. No more YouTube. No more nothing. Sign up immediately. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Hey!
I am not Mordecai, I am not regular.
Boom!
Boy, if you tell, go to hell.